All right, so walking property number one here for LotLine Homes and the affordable housing experiment, which is what we're calling this thing. 100 homes in our first year of business. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about the origin story of this thing. So I'm not new to business. I'm not new to startups. I've never had a W-2 job. I've always been in the world of commission sales, starting companies, that kind of a thing. But I am completely new to real estate. So one of the biggest things that's helped me in my life and in my business career is just the network and the people you surround yourself with. And so huge shout out to my really good friend Naaman, who was really the one that had been down the rabbit hole of learning about this little niche in real estate called the Land+Home package, which is essentially what we're doing, right? It's buying a plot of land, getting all the utilities put in, from the septic tank to the water, right? You have to dig a well. I don't know how to dig a well, but we're gonna find someone that does. Running the power from the nearest power pole, and then actually ordering the manufactured home, getting it set. There is a huge list of things that you have to do. Anyway, he has been learning about this and quietly being excited about it, kind of a quiet guy. And one day he brought it up to me and was like, hey, can I tell you about this thing I'm really excited about? So he started to explain it to me, and I was like mind blown because I had been well aware that there's this housing shortage and it's a real problem. And anytime you can match an opportunity with a real problem, there's obviously a recipe to have a lot of success. So rather than just us trying to figure out how to do a couple of these on our own, the idea was, why don't we assemble a dream team that would allow us to go do this at scale? And in my previous business, which was in home improvement, we did solar, HVAC, and roofing, and we had a good run with that. We had a killer operator, Zach Lamb, who was just the man with developing all these complicated processes to get projects done on time. He happened to be a free agent, and we snagged Zach. Everyone in this partnership brings a really unique skill set and aspect to the project. See what happens with this, but my idea is to document the entire thing, kind of a behind the scenes, raw, unfiltered. Let's show you everything from the idea stage to hopefully the creation phase and a lot of success. Hopefully we can get a lot of families moving into a affordable quality home on a big piece of land in a beautiful place like the Carolinas. Key with any startup is roles and responsibilities. If everybody kind of has the same skill set and does the same thing, you're going to have a lot of cooks in the kitchen and you're going to be stepping on each other. I've been in business partnerships like that. It's not really a recipe for success. And so first step was really identifying, what problem do we want to solve? Do we think we have an idea to solve it? And then what can each of us bring to the table so that there's value in all doing this together? In a future video, I'll kind of explain what everybody's individual role is, but that's kind of step one. Then you have the basics, the clerical stuff of just forming an entity, funding a bank account, getting the software stack and the insurance that you need, and all these little things that are required in order to really be in business. We're excited that we're doing this at a time when these AI tools are just next level good. Utilizing things like Cloud Code, we're actually building our own CRM from scratch rather than going and buying an expensive CRM, because we're a lean, scrappy startup. We don't just have cash to burn. And so we're trying to do as many of these things ourselves as we can. The other thing about a thesis on this is, rather than just do what we see other people in the niche doing, which is subcontract out every single part of the site development process, we really would like to work towards being vertically integrated as much as is possible. There's certain parts of this that aren't going to be advantageous to vertically integrate, but the best we can do to bring things in-house or semi-in-house, it's going to allow us to keep our costs low so that we can run a profitable business. Because if the business does not have profit, the business is not going to last very long. And we will not be able to make much of a dent in the affordable housing industry if we don't make money. So part of what I want to document during this whole journey is the financials. And that's a part that we talked a lot about, that idea. And do we really want to be that vulnerable with the financials? Really show people what we spent on this, what we made on this, if we lost money, how do we access the capital? But I'm just thinking we do it. What's the downside here? We look dumb? Maybe. But that's part of the fun. So we're suspending our egos a little bit, saying, hey, we're just going to take you on the ride. And if you didn't have a little bit of a crazy level optimism, you probably would never jump headfirst into a brand new industry and start a thing anyway. So we have the gift of big optimism and big think. So anyway, kind of cool to be here at the first property. This doesn't even have an address yet. So that's a thing. You have to get a parcel, an address. But the road is called Edwin Temple Church Road because there's literally a church called Edwin Temple Church. Makes sense. So I'm going to head back to the office, figure out how to edit a video, and loop you guys all in on the next steps. There's going to be stuff happening every single day, and we're going to document it. So again, if you're new here, follow, subscribe, share. That's how you can support us on this. Show us that you're in on following the journey, seeing what the heck happens. And we're going to share everything that we learn with you in real time.